Alright guys, welcome back to Moon 1 Part 2. As I've said in the last episode, this time around I'm doing something different here, also with the commentary. So as the last time, I'm joining the video now just to give you a little insight what I'm going to do at the beginning of the video and while the whole video. And later on I will leave you alone with the music itself to enjoy the time-lapse if you want to. If you want to skip to the end, so you can do this. They will see how the final result will look like. I don't know if I've got some cinematic shots in there. Maybe I will, maybe I don't. I don't know. So yeah, here you see. I'm going to continue. I do continue the glass house, and as I've also mentioned in the last episode, I did a few mistakes here with joining the buildings. I forgot to join the pieces inside of one building, so I had to do a lot of stuff again, which you will see in the next few minutes. And yeah, here the first attempt, the first task I had is to do it a little bit like more technical. The last thing, I wasn't really happy with the first layout of the glass house, because it really looked more to me like yeah, like something Roman or something, something which isn't that modern. It was more like a really nice fashioned glass house, one that you might also have on a really nice castle or something like this. And so here I wanted to add something new, and I found out that these like walking pieces with these, like, I don't know, guards or something else, like cinematronic walking people there, work pretty well as mechanics or as combining pieces for the needs I had. So I put them on the top side, and so I got a really nice looking bottom part to connect the glass house with yeah, the other parts. And then I found out that I could take the lanterns for a really nice, yeah, kind of cable like looking piece to join the whole building with the yeah, with the energy part. And also the energy will in the end be connected with like a solar system or energy system and so on. You will see that I really try to combine like all the pieces that might be used on the moon to survive will be joined in the end in the whole park, to give it a little bit like a realistic kind of yeah, a realistic attempt. The whole thing should be a little bit realistic. Yeah, and so here the glass house, this is what it looks like when it's finished for the first for my first attempt. And then I really have to copy around all these parts here, like these little bottom parts with filled with plants, which should be really the production area for the oxygen. And, really like having these lanterns joined together for these half circle on the side could be like the energy system, which is going to provide the plants with all the stuff they need. Yeah, and so now going on with some yeah, just some theming around with some rocks and so on to make it look like a little bit more like the moon itself, with all the destroyed bottom parts with the craters and stones lying around and so on. Really is a hard task to make the whole park look like the moon, to keep the moon environment and not just giving it a little bit too much theme park look, because I really want to have a feeling that this here is a park on the moon and not just a park on the earth that looks like the moon. So it really is a task for me to be careful with the theming objects and be careful with the buildings, and so also not to like hide too much from the bottom parts. So this is also why I'm going here to do a little bit more like painting the bottom part. And here one interesting thing is, I guess somebody mentioned already in the Alpha 1, but while painting outside of the first park, you may notice I reached another border a few seconds ago, and this other border there should display the whole size of the park. I mean the maximum size of a park what is possible in the final game. So if I imagine that all of the people like Silverad, Cucamonda and so on will give their blueprints, and we can fill a park with like all the stuff we have, and given the size of the park in the final version. I'm really afraid that any computer on the world can run this thing. I mean, it's ridiculous how many parts and how many buildings with so many parts could just like fit into one single part. It's simply amazing. So yeah, here I'm going on to do something which should be like a heat engine or a heat providing tool for the people going around the park. For example, if it is too cold, you need something to heat the whole area up, and this could be it. And also for the oxygen, so it will be then somehow will be connected to the glass houses, and then it provides all area with oxygen. Again, I'm talking here. With oxygen. So yeah, kind of yeah, giving the area around some oxygen, some air to breathe for the people. I won't be going to, or I won't do like a roof over all these, for example, like you just have the air inside of a closed room. I think this is pretty, on the one hand it is really too much to do, and on the other hand, it's kind of like not realistic to have a theme park where everything is like inside of something, and would also not be too nice for the overall look and feel of the park. So I tried to go for another solution, and the solution for me is just that I just thought with all the things that provide air, you could like create a little atmosphere above the path. That's like the idea behind all these things. And yeah, here you can see another thing to provide the park with air. Could be like a hydro tree. I would call it a hydro tree. It's a tree which is provided with water on the bottom, as you can see here, fitting all the water things there on the bottom part, and yeah, it should like work. Here, as you can see, I use the bubbles to display that there is, or to show that there is coming air out of the trees. Don't know if this is realistic, but once in a few hundred years, maybe some trees are able to be grown on the moon. I don't know. So yeah, that's all what this series here is about. It's like doing some kind of yeah, like first steps on the moon. And so I will leave you alone now with a few minutes without my commentary. So enjoy, and hear you in a few minutes. So here I am back again. I will join this part of the video again because now I'm going to one part which is kind of frustrating at the moment for me, because the coaster tool has got a really nice feature which allows us to have automatic tunnel building, which is kind of really nice because you don't have to do what I'm doing here at the moment for my queue. Although the terrain editing tool works pretty nice, I would wish that we have the same possibilities for the pass system. I don't know if there is one, which I just didn't see. Maybe there is. Then please do tell me, guys, because it really freaks me out to do all the stuff for the pathways on my own, because very often it really looks not that nice, because the structures are joined by the pathway in a way I didn't like, or I don't like, because there is some like little breaks or little like scarves in the path, and I don't know where they came from, and yeah, it's a little bit tricky to deal with the terrain and then the pathways around. So I hope they will bring out something in the future. But that's it for this episode, and hope you enjoyed it. Hope you stay tuned for the next episode and have a nice day. So bye.